Life happens, and sometimes for some families, that could mean grandparents and other relatives caring for grandkids. That can come with a lot of questions, and that's where the Area Office on Aging can help out. Patricia, Coley and Rhea Dawson are here with us to talk more about the upcoming Kinship Navigator Program. Thank you both so much for being here.
Oh, no problem.
So first, what is a kinship caregiver? What is this role we're talking about?
So a kinship caregiver would be a grandparent, great-grandparent, aunt, uncle, cousin, godparents, or even a step-parent that's taking care of a kinship child whose parents are no longer around for whatever reason. Just stepping up to that plate.
And so with that, what is this Kinship Navigator Program all about? What are you all discussing at this series?
So the Kinship Navigator Program is all about providing support, resources, and education to those who are undertaking that kinship caregiver role. So at Summer Series specifically, that's probably our biggest event, and we kind of pack so much education within it. We talk about mental health, permanency and support, education, the legal aspect of it, and also health and wellness, because of course, nobody can pour from an empty cup. So if the caregiver isn't well, the kinship child isn't going to be well either.
Yeah.
So we focus on everything.
So it's very all-encompassing. It sounds like there's a lot there, which is good because this is such a big role to take on. About how many people in our community are stepping up and taking on this role?
I'm not, of course, sure the exact number, but I know we have about 1,300 people in our program. Around, I'd say about a little over half of those would be 60 and older. So
wow.
A good amount of people in our community.
That is a good amount. And with that, so we're talking about maybe grandparents caring for their grandkids now, but at one point these grandparents were caring for their own children, but in an entirely different generation, in a different time. You know, there's technology now that maybe didn't exist back then. Is that something you all sort of address, the differences in caregiving then versus now?
Well, they do address that in some programs. We have like a series where they let us know about how we can handle and if we need help on, you know, children on social media, because we know social media is a big deal now. Social media is their life. So with that, we can go to programs where they help us deal with if they're on social net, internet too much, or whatever the case may be. So we do get help with that in services.
That's good. And I'm sure there are a lot of questions about that too.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's very helpful. Why is this series so needed in our community?
Well, this series specifically is so needed to our community because so many of our caregivers have some of these same questions they come to us about. And of course, we love to answer those questions, but we think it's easier and also more productive and just nice to have this week-long series, because then it gets caregivers all together. It gets people connected with those out in the community who can help them specifically. And it's just nice to make those connections with different entities.
Tell me dates, times, location, where is this happening and when is this happening?
Okay, so
June 28th?
Nope, July 28th.
July 28th.
I know. It feels like
it went so fast.
It's going so fast.
July.
But yes, so the first day will be July 28th at Bowser High School from 10:30 to 1 p.m. So we're doing Monday, Tuesday the 29th, Wednesday the 30th, Thursday the 31st, Friday, August 1st, and then we're having a family fun day on August 4th. So yeah, it'll be, like I said, 10:30 to 2 p.m. Sorry, 1 p.m.
I understand.
And we have all that information on screens right now. So in total, it's about 6 days, or maybe a little more than 6. But do you need to attend all of the series, or is it just one?
No, you can attend any of the days you would like. There also will be blood pressure and health screenings on the Tuesday and dental screenings on the Wednesday. Just need to register first. But if you have to drop in for just one class and leave, that's okay. We understand people have lives.
Yeah, and with that, you said people have lives. You're offering child care at this, correct?
Yes, child care and also child education. We're going to have the firefighters come out, have somebody for the water conservation district come out, and also the Toledo Museum of Art, and just to try to stimulate the youngins' minds and keep them out of those phones. Lord have mercy.
And this is free, but registration is required.
Yes, a free event. Registration is required, and please try to register by Wednesday so we make sure we have enough food and everything for everybody.
And last question, how do people register?
Okay, so they would call either me or my other navigator. You can reach out to the Area Office on Aging at 419-382-0624 and ask for either Rhea Dawson, myself, or Jacia Gibson, the other navigator.
Perfect. And again, that information, including that phone number, is on your screen right now. So take a quick picture or write this down quickly, because this is definitely a great needed program. Thank you both so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.